Do you ever wonder how motherboards are made? Motherboard is the main circuit board of the computer and is also known as the main board or logic board. Motherboard connects and transmits signals from and to peripherals such as keyboard, mouse, and monitor. Now, let's see what are the parts of a motherboard. First is the BIOS and CMOS, or BIOS and CMOS. BIOS, or Basic Input Output System, is where all the information and settings of a motherboard is stored. It can be accessed, updated, and modified via BIOS mode, while CMOS, or Complementary Metal Oxide Semiconductor Battery, is responsible for keeping all the information intact when the entire system is shut down. Second is the input-output ports, or is commonly referred as I/O ports for short. Here are the I/O ports along with the colors they represent.
Let's go!
Microphone has a pink color with a 3.5mm jack port. Speakers and headphones, headsets, and earbuds also contains a 3.5mm jack port with a bold green color. Monitor. Older motherboards are equipped with a solid blue VGA port at the back. But newer motherboards use the HDMI or black and white DVI port as a standard. Ethernet network cables have a colorless port. Keyboard and mouse has the PS2 port with the colors purple and green. USB devices, USB 2.0 has a colorless port, and USB 3.0 or 3.1 has a solid blue port. Yes, VGA ports are a similar color, but this only goes to show how outdated VGA is. Third is the IDE and SATA or SATA connectors. These storage device connectors is where you will connect your storage devices such as mechanical hard drive and solid-state drives. These devices need to be connected to the motherboard for the data to be submitted and retrieved. Fourth is the power connector. The ATX or Advanced Technology Extended Connector has many variations like 20 or 24-pin female connectors. This is the largest connector on the motherboard as this draws out the needed power directly from the power supply. Fifth is the front I/O connector. This is where you connect the power switch, LED power indicator, reset switch, and the HDD LED cables. The front audio port and the front USB are also connected here. These connections are usually found at the bottom part of the motherboard. Sixth is the CPU socket. The CPU socket is where your processor is installed. This is where the processing and transferring of data happens. Seventh is the expansion card slots. It is where you add extra components for your device such as video card, network card, audio card, or PCIe SSD. 8 is the memory slot or RAM slot. The RAM slots are, unsurprisingly, where you place the RAM modules. There is the SIMM slot or single inline memory module that only supports a 32-bit bus. And there is the DIMM slot or dual inline memory module that can simultaneously run with a 64-bit bus. Last is the chipset that manages the data flow between the processor, memory, and peripherals. Chipset has its own two divisions on its former model, the North Bridge and South Bridge. North Bridge is directly connected to the CPU and handles fast communication between the CPU and the performance-sensitive components such as the graphics card and system memory, while South Bridge is on the physical motherboard but is usually covered with a heatsink that's engraved with the logo of the motherboard's brand. On the new versions, North Bridge and South Bridge is now combined due to the advancement of technology informations and materials. And that's all of the informations about the motherboard. Thank you for watching!